Hey, this is the Sports Santa, and we're here. We're going to look at Week 18. There's a couple of games we didn't cover. I've got the guru from Sports Sage AI on here with me, and let's look at a couple of these games. First one we want to look at is Commanders versus the Cowboys. Now, the Commanders pulled off a 23-19 win over the Cowboys, and they clinched the sixth seed, which that's huge for them. But how did it play out?
Well, that was a pretty big finish for Washington. Marcus Mariota threw a game-winning 5-yard touchdown
Cool.
to Terry McLaurin with just 3 seconds left on the clock. So that was a real clutch play under pressure for them. Pretty cool
And
to
that's
see.
That's why they make the big bucks. With the Commanders and Cowboys game, it looked like Dallas actually started pretty strong.
Yeah, Mike Parsons came out firing. He had 2 sacks in the first 3 plays, and that really set the tone early for the game. And then Trey Lance, he started at quarterback for Dallas and even connected with Jalen Tolbert on a nice 31-yard pass in the first half. So definitely had some fun things happening for Dallas in the first half of the game.
Yeah, and Trey Lance getting the start, that's interesting. So they had a lead late in the game.
That's right. Rico Dowdle punched in a 2-yard touchdown run in the first quarter to put the Cowboys up 19 to 16. And it looked like they might actually pull off a win, but Washington came back and really had the final answer there.
Tough loss for Dallas. The end of the season, 7-10. What's your takeaway on where they go from here?
It was honestly a disappointing year for them, especially given the talent that is on that team.
Right?
Washington finishes 12 and 5 and heads into the playoffs with some serious momentum, and I think it's back to the drawing board for Dallas.
And try it again next year. So moving on to the Saints and the Buccaneers. Buccaneers beat the Saints 27 to 19 and clinched the NFC South, but it wasn't easy. They were down 16 to 6 at halftime. How did they turn it around?
Well, they rallied hard in the second half. It was really their only path to a playoff spot, so they had no choice there but to go all out. And it worked. This win locked in their fourth straight division title. Pretty impressive, even if it was a little bumpy on the way there.
Yeah, but a 16 to 6 deficit against the Saints isn't exactly a confidence booster. What does this say about their playoff chances?
That's really hard to say. I mean, they've shown resilience this year, but also a lot of inconsistencies all season. So they definitely have to play a lot cleaner if they want to make a real run in the postseason. That's something we have to wait and see.
Absolutely, that's a fair point. Still, credit to them for getting it done when it mattered most.
That's right.
The last game we're going to discuss is Ravens versus the Browns. Ravens dominated the Browns 35 to 10 to win the AFC North. No surprises there. What stood out to you on this one?
Well, in that game, Lamar Jackson was the story. He threw 2 touchdowns, one to Mark Andrews and another to Rashad Bateman. And he finished the season with 4,172 yards, 41 touchdowns, and only 4 receptions, which is absolutely crazy.
True.
And also, rookie Nate Wiggins had a 26-yard pick six to start the scoring. So that really shifted the momentum right away.
Always enjoy seeing those pick sixes. That's MVP level stuff for Lamar. Oh, and Derrick Henry had a big game too, right?
He did. And don't let all the Bills fans hear you say MVP level stuff about Lamar Jackson. But yeah, Derrick Henry had a huge game. He celebrated his 31st birthday in style with two
Happy
rushing
birthday.
touchdowns, including a 43-yarder late in the fourth quarter. That's a long rush.
Hmm.
He still looks like a force of nature even at his age, though.
The ripe old age of 31.
Definitely.
That is a scary combo. Lamar slinging it to Henry and Henry pounding the ball. What about the defense?
Well, Baltimore's defense was stellar. Guys like Michael Pierce and Washington graded out as top performers this year. They really shut down Cleveland's offense.
Yeah, and speaking of Cleveland, 6 straight losses to end the season, finishing 3-14. What's going on there? Did they just give up?
It's a complete disaster. I don't know if it was giving up or if there's something that we just don't see, but they
Right?
couldn't get anything going all
Mm,
season. That's uh that's a lot of work to do in the off season if they want to be at all competitive next year.
right. And meanwhile, the Ravens finished 12-5, looking balanced and ready for the playoffs. Could be a dangerous team in January,
They really could. I look forward to seeing all of these games in the playoffs and seeing who is actually ready.
right? Well, I'm excited. This looks like a good playoff lineup, and quite a few mini dramas going on in there. And with Sports Sage AI, thankfully, with the AI system, we have the opportunity to take our emotions out of it and let technology make the picks. That's why we're getting better percentages than the books are doing.
That's right. We're above 80% across all of our picks.
Good.
So when you take all of the picks into account, we're above 80%. So it's a good thing to have and definitely taking the emotion out. Just do those straight bets. That's what you got to do.
Absolutely. And if they go to sportsageai.com, they can sign up and get 4 free days, correct?
That's right. So go to sportsageai.com, get a 4-day free trial. All of our picks are posted right inside there. So you can see all of the picks we're posting for 4 days. You can also see the historic picks that we've posted and double check our records yourself.
Excellent. Let's make some money this weekend.
Sounds great. Let's do it.